Welcome back, you beautiful brave hearts all around the world. I'm Dr. Darrell Wolfe, and I want to tell you something. I have never been so excited as I am right now about my life. You think, why does it take so long to understand that your imagination is the creation of everything? Why does it take so long to understand that what we think and what we speak is everything? And why is it that 99.9% of the population is incapable of observing their own personality? Why is it? I'm going to answer these things. Why is it that you cannot even observe your own personality? Because it's not your personality, whether you like it or not. I don't care if you're 9 years old or 90 years old. Most of you will never have your own personality. You'll never have the reality that you deserve, and that was your God-given gift. But the reality is you may feel that this life-threatening, fun-filled adventure called planet Earth is not fair. Well, it is fair. It's like when you go to play like a PlayStation game or Xbox, because this is one big holographic, and I'm not going to get into that because everybody already thinks I'm off a little bit up here. But the reality is that's what it is. And our imagination is energy. And the invisible creates the physical. You don't get that yet. Go ahead, keep speaking like your family, keep speaking like your friends, keep speaking like the media wants you to, keep speaking about healthcare as if medical doctors are actually part of healthcare. Keep speaking as if the government is part of your financial wealth, which they're not. Keep speaking like everybody else that a virus is a killer when it's not even alive. And that there's only different viruses because of different personalities create different terrains. And when they enter a new frequency onto the planet that is a negative one, and new chemicals and heavy metals, you create different viruses. Keep believing what everybody else is believing. And this is not sarcasm, but go ahead and just keep doing it. See how well that gets. Buckle up, baby. It's going to be a bumpy ride the whole time. I will always live free. And you will never, ever live free unless you have at least 6 to 7 inches of freedom first. And that's right here. It's in between right here. I'm going to talk today about something. And that is that your brain is only a computer. Oh, but it is the most powerful energy system. I get it. But it's what you do with the energy. And what you do with the energy is actually the prominent dominant beliefs that are in your subconscious. And most of them are sucking the life out of you. I'm working on something right now for myself, with myself. I've mastered a lot. You can't do whole life coach certifications for doctors, medical, natural, for lay people all around the world, and not change. And I do usually about anywhere around 6 a year to 8 a year. My whole life coach is a 9-day, and this is not a pitch, but it's a 9-day program that is the best in the world. I started my first whole life coach when I was 28. I knew where I wanted to go, and I knew that I wouldn't get there unless I became a whole life coach and I actually taught it. Did I do a crappy job back then? Well, I know I did a good enough job that people keep coming. I offer a money-back guarantee the first 3 days of it, because I'm going to tell you, I'll change your life forever. You'll leave there. Whether you want to be a whole life coach, emotional, nutritional, you want to build programs for people, or you want to know the truth about real health, you'll have it all in 9 days. And then with the perfect professional guide that we give you, whether it's the Perfect Day Guide or the Wolfe Non-Surgical Guide, okay? These are the best they can be. These books are better or just as good as any university, except the reality is this is all truth. This isn't BS. And the reality is that what people don't get is, it's the craziest thing. It's right in front of your face, isn't it? The Rothschilds, they splintered off. Not a few years ago. They were already in charge of the planet long before you could even handle if I told you the story. And the reality is this. The layers go so deep. We're talking about centuries of manipulation. You keep believing we all lived in caves, that we were monkeys maybe. I don't know. But there are so many stories out there. I believe in God Almighty, and God Almighty is an energy source that is so powerful, it's so mind-blowing, it's so beautiful. And the reality is I already got everything I need from that which we call Source God. And now I've got to use my heart, my spirit, my soul, and my brain together. And it's got to be where I'm challenging myself to become more high vibrational every day. And this is why the first basic rules I teach is unconditional love for yourself. Or you can't do it for anyone else. And you can't even care for yourself, can't even look after yourself, can't feed yourself, can't think yourself right. I am the most positive person that I know, and you're going to say, well, that's bull crap. No, it isn't. But I'm also logical, and I know that the majority of the population is never going to buy into my bull crap. They're not going to buy into unconditional love and care. I mean, as soon as you start to do that for yourself, somebody in the family will try to distract you because they feed off of you and you feed off of them. Or you feel guilty because your first time in your life, you're loving and caring for yourself. You should be able to have a date with yourself. You should be able to be with yourself. You should be able to be with yourself with unconditional love and care and never put yourself back up on the hook again. I'm live on TikTok right now. I'm live on Telegram right now, Doc of Detox. I'm live on Twitter right now. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Rumble right now. If you've got questions, you can bring them in. But the thing is you should be questioning just your own thoughts. You should be questioning the way that you live. And you should be questioning anyone that's in authority over you, whether it's your finances or whether it's your health or whether it's your relationship with yourself and the world. You better take a good look at that. I know where we're going, and why don't you keep this video? Why don't you keep this video, and then in a few months tell me I'm wrong? Most people will never know the truth. They'll never know the truth about fiat currency. They'll never know that, yes, it was weaponized by the United States, but it wasn't. It was weaponized by the Rothschilds, by the Federal Reserve, and it wasn't weaponized by the United States. They just picked that as the country that was going to be their bulldog bullies and go out and bully the rest of the world to grab all the banking so that they could all make it central banks with it under the guise of Rothschilds and Rockefellers, but mainly the Rothschilds. Rockefellers, they bowed down to them. I mean, the royals bowed down to the Rothschilds. I hope this doesn't get taken down. I haven't said anything wrong. It's just the bloody truth. And the reality is we're going to go digital. But I'm never going to go digital. I'm not going to play the eye scan thing. I'm never going to have a chip. But whether I like it or not, fiat currency is on its way out, and the digital's coming in, and they tell all these stories, and I hear all these financial people telling these BS stories. Everybody just passes on all this BS, dysfunctional belief system, whether it's health, wealth, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It's amazing, you know. But you can get the media and the public to think anything. Seriously. Look, it wasn't even a year ago where people were coming on and telling me they wished I went to hell and they wished that I would die and I need to go to jail because I murdered 3 people with natural medicine. And that was 2 governments that came together that decided they were going to do one more time, the third time, and take down Dr. Darrell Wolfe. I'm not going anywhere. And because I know that I'm an eternal spirit being, and because I know that that which created the universe has never judged me, I'll thank you, but I'm not going to judge myself. Was I a good little boy? No way. I was a rebel. I stole from my mother. I did drugs. I sold drugs. You know, I did lots of stuff. You know, I thought I was a great person, but didn't know I really wasn't. I was in survival mode. The only reason why we have belief systems that don't change is because we're in survival mode. We're not in thriver mode. And the only reason why you're going to stay there is because you're not willing to pay someone, whether it was me or someone else, to help brainwash you so that you could reconstruct. You got to deconstruct your brain to reconstruct your brain to get rid of their belief systems. You only went to a governmental school that was actually put together by the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, but whatever, I don't know what I'm talking about. Or you can have all the healthcare professionals when we have the greatest pandemic in the world and it's killing people and they're teaching each other how to dance and sing. And guess what? They were told to do it by administration because that's what kind of moronic beliefs they have. The administration of the hospital, which was told by upper government that told them to do it, which was told by the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and these families just to make us into monkeys. You know, as the organ grinder turns on his organ grinder, the monkeys dance around, don't they? I'm not a monkey. I'm not dancing for nobody. I am going to do my best, and I'm never, ever going to judge anybody again. Because understand something, my belief systems, I've been everything. A thief, a liar. I'm a truther now. You couldn't get me. I will never lie. I will never lie, and I will never try to market you. I'll tell you what I can do for you. But it's not going to be a marketing ploy. I'm way past that. Whether you want to believe this or not, I could retire today, and my life is going to change over the next 12 months. It's going to change because guess what? I realized one thing yesterday actually. I need an assistant that is going to be able to stand in their power, because to be an assistant to me, because the only way I'm going to complete my mission, and it's not how big my bank account can be, please. All my money goes back into my business. And I revolve my life around unconditional love and care for myself and everyone else. I'm not saying I do a great job. I'm just trying to tell you that is my only passion and purpose. It's not a job. And if it was a job, I would have quit. And the reality is because people aren't stubborn and they're not stupid, they're programmed. And guess what? I will never hurt anyone. There's no such thing as a war that was ever worth it. There's no such thing as battling with someone. Okay, guess what? You win. I'm wrong. So what? Reality is I'm not here to challenge anybody's beliefs, because you have to challenge your own beliefs, because they're sucking the life right out of you. They are. They're sucking the life out of you. I don't have headaches. You know, I look a little tired under here. Well, guess what? We've got personal treatment and trainings going on here in Ixtapa, Mexico. We're getting booked right out. I mean, people are calling from all over the world because they saw what we did when we were at the Ixtapa Palace in Zihuatanejo, Ixtapa, Mexico. We had 100 to 200 people coming here for therapy on a continual basis for almost a year and a half, until I said, no, we're not doing the big numbers anymore. You know what? We can reach people, and that's why I'm building right now a 30 by 45 foot studio, professional studio. I'm coming out with the world's most powerful app, and I can say that because it is. Now, why would a guy go and spend over $220,000 on an app and give 90% of it free? Because he wants people to thank him? Because he's trying to get God to love him? No, because there is only unconditional love for our brothers and sisters. And what else would I do with that? Okay, what else would I do with it? Except trying to see if we can create a Braveheart nation of people that never need to say thank you to me. I never want to hear it. I want them to say thank you to themselves, okay, for learning how to find their authentic self and to actually stand in their power and their passion and their purpose for why they were here. I am just one piece. I am one small piece of a puzzle, and that puzzle is 8 billion pieces. And guess what? If we would all find peace, inner peace, we could find our passion and purpose, and we could fit into that puzzle of a Braveheart nation. If you think I'm here for anything else, then you don't know me. And people think they know me. My God, I don't even sure if I know myself. You know, but I'm learning. I'm learning. And I'm learning that the more there's chaos going in the world, the more that I'm staying connected to my lion heart breath, the more I'm going to wear a slight smile on my face all day long, no matter how many people are down on their knees begging God, please, when all they had to do was become what they wanted. All they had to do was become what they wanted, and it shall be delivered. If you want to be a low vibrational being, then you can be down on your knees all the time. It's like going to the casino, rolling the dice. But you better learn how to speak and how to think high vibrational. You better learn how to love and care for yourself. I don't have any other message. I mean, if I were to sit here, and I could give you a course on what I believe where the financial place is going, but I want people to put a stamp on me about that. But the reality is guess what? I'm on the game. I know the game. I've pulled back the curtains, and I've made the financial moves, okay, that I need to make. That guess what? This economic crash, I won't be crashing. I won't be losing my finances. I just got to think like them and do like them. And if I don't, and I stay with the herd, the majority of the population that doesn't even know what's going on, the most important thing I can do for my family is to remain strong and strategize. Most people have never even, don't even know how to strategize a day, from the moment they rise until they close their eyes. I mean, what if you were to strategize the perfect day? See here? Look. Rafa, when I point here, please be on the ball. The two of you can, 1 second, please. The two of you can work together. Please, thank you. So, the perfect day. This is free. Let me see if I can find it. There. Go to pdgfree.com. You don't ever have to spend a penny with me, and I'll guarantee you that I just gave you millions of dollars in free therapy. And that therapy is about you becoming from patient to practitioner, victim to hero. Have we had enough of victimitis? That's the only virus on this planet. Are you done complaining and explaining and pointing your finger at the medical system, the government, your mother, your father, your children? Are you done? Are you done yet? When are you going to reclaim your God-given right as a powerful being, light energy, electrical magnetic being? What are you going to learn about the brain? I'm going to bring Lorraine on in a second, but I'm going to tell you something. Your brain is only as good as your beliefs. Your personality is only going to be as successful as your belief systems. And you don't even know the belief systems that you have that are undermining you, your family, your relationships. And that's why most husband and wife relationships, they actually suck. They do. They suck. And you know what? People are pissed off at me, but guess what? I don't pretend with Lori. We don't pretend anything. We're two spirit beings that came together to rock the planet, knowing that this is like, I got this game when I was younger, and it was called Mousetrap. And now understand, this is a mousetrap down here. And guess what? You want to know something about human beings? Okay, we're not fallen angels like my father tried to teach me. Okay, we are spirit beings, and this is one big PlayStation game, and we come down here where we are actually sold off by the pound, and we are actually demonized, and yes we are, and we're vilified to make it feel like we are the ones that destroy the world. You know, the earth doesn't need our help. You know what? Planet Earth needs our help. It doesn't need our help. All of the stories are BS, okay? It doesn't need our help. You need to help yourself first and foremost before anything else. And if you understood that our brains were manipulated, we used to be 12 strands of DNA. We're only 2. What if you had a 12, what did they call that now? 12 valves? I think it was called valves, right? And that was Jaguar had one. What if it only had 2 valves? But it doesn't matter. Maybe I only have 2 strands of DNA, but I'm going to act like it. I'm not going to act like it. I'm going to rock this thing. I'm not going to act like it, and you're all actors, and guess what? And the thing is that the screenplay that you're acting from, you were handed it, and you're bloody well doing it. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I am not going to bow down to anybody on this planet. There is no authority over me. And understand, I'm not going to war with anyone. I'm not going out to protest anything. I'm too busy loving and caring for myself and trying to teach that. I'm not going to protest nothing. I'm not even going to go to a protest. If I was asked to come to speak, I'd be talking about, guess what? The problem is inside. It's not outside. Let me tell you something. Most people that protest, do they drink alcohol? Do they toke? Do they smoke? Do they eat sugar? Do they eat flour? Do they even know what a good diet is? Do they know how to detox on an emotional and physical level? Are most protesters angry? What if we were to take that? And I'm not against protesters, because everything has a part in this life. Because if you actually knew that you were an eternal light energy being, you would know that until you bring your vibration up, you don't go to a higher level. And there's always got to be a bad guy and a good guy. There's always got to be light and dark, and there's got to be short and tall, and there's got to be thin and fat, and there's got to be salt, and there's got to be sweet. Do I need to keep going here? This is never, the planet's never going to change. Are we going to change from fiat currency to digital currency? Is the majority of the population going to be, most of the people in middle income, are they going to go middle income to poverty overnight? Yeah, it's coming. It's a big setup. And then guess what? Then are they going to tell you that you got to get digital on your phone, and the government will dole out their digital currency so you can go get a loaf of bread? Like they did. Did you ever watch that movie, Cinderella Man? Okay. Well, that was in the 1930s. I mean, people that had all the money in the world because they were told to save it. If they had a mortgage, they lost their house, and the bank took their money and they took their gold in the United States. Wakey, wakey. Okay, the medical system's not into healthcare. The government is actually there to take you down. There's a government inside a government. And the president is just a bobblehead. And understand, you know what? I'll tell you what, I'll bet you a nickel 95 that Trump doesn't become the president because there's no election. I guarantee you, because all of the promises he made, he could never follow these through. There's no way. There's no way. And I'm not political. I'm just not going to, I'm going to take my head from out of my butt and understand something. It's up to you, Darrell. And you need to hold the line. Do you really love your family? Then don't be a wimp. Strategize, stay calm, and think like all of these people that are telling these fairy tale stories that go back since the beginning of time. My God, most religions are fairy tale stories. I didn't say all. I said most. You know, the reality is this, is I can retire today. Believe it or not, you might say, well, who would ever want to listen to him? Well, I'm the only one that I know of that will do a consultation and charge $400 and give a money-back guarantee on it. Or one of my master practitioners will charge you $150 and you'll get a money-back guarantee and then lifetime support, phone support. How's that? Nobody else does that. We give guarantees on our master classes, on our certifications of Wolfe non-surgical, the whole life coach. And understand something, we are the best of the best. And you know what? There's something inside of you and your passion, your purpose, and you went and put it to the side a long time ago. And guess what? Dust it off. The world needs you now. And understand something. Let's find out if you go to hell for unconditionally loving and caring for yourself, because you won't. You'll set yourself free. It's a bullshit story. It's a bullshit story that we have to suffer when we do something wrong. And every religion or every made-up fairy tale is going to tell you. And every family has a different length and a different depth of suffering for every different thing. My God. You know what? If I was going to get caught stealing, I thank God it was my family. I could have been another family, because when I was younger, I would steal from stores. I'd steal from my mother because it was all about survival. Because my father, when I was younger, said, listen, I'm going to give you a dime, Darrell, for helping out. And then when it came time and it was Saturday for the dime, I already had it spent. And he said, you know what? I don't think you deserve a dime. And he didn't give me allowance at all. So guess what I did? We used to drink milk from these jugs that were 40 cents each. I would steal one of those a week. And I said, fine, you won't give me a dime? I will steal one of these jugs and I will find my own way. Now you can say, well, you're a bad boy. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I wasn't a bad boy. Okay? My father had bad beliefs. And then I got bad beliefs because I knew that I wanted to survive. And the first jug I took, you know where I went? Guess what? It was 25 cents to go all day, 3 Clint Eastwood movies. Okay? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was one of them. I walked there myself, went to 3 movies. Oh, I got in trouble, but I didn't tell them where I was. I just said I was out playing. And for 25 cents, I got to go to the movie. 15 cents, I had popcorn, and I loved that day. I don't care if they would have found out. They could have spanked me until the cows came home. So understand, I'm not going to fit in your majority. I'm not going to fit in your herd. I'm not going to fit in your family. I'm going to love myself, care for myself, and I don't care what anybody thinks. And understand, I hurt no one. I hurt nobody. But people get hurt because my beliefs don't match theirs. You get my perfect day guide. You read through this guide. You'll get to know who I am. And you get to know that I am abundant spirit. And then that what created the universe has never judged me. So I'm not falling for that BS. You fall for it. And you find out how that helps you heal. You find out how that helps you become wealthy on all levels. You find how that drains your energy or gives you energy. For God's sakes. I'm not walking around with anything. Nothing. There's not going to be you're not going to put a stake in my heart. You know, I've had everything thrown at me. Emotionally, physically, threats. You know what? You don't have a mouth like this and not get into trouble. I'm not looking for trouble, but the reality is this. Remember something. If they can break you mentally, they've got you. That would be called anxiety. That would be called depression. That would be called losing your temper. That would be called you with a headache. That would be called you eating incorrectly, okay, because they're throwing you out of alignment, because there are no diseases. You are the dis-ease. You are the dis-ease. There are no diseases. Oh, yes, there is, Darrell. Yes, there is. There's arthritis, and there's colitis, and there's sinusitis, and there's cancer. No, they're all just symptoms, and they're not. There's no symptoms. They're just love messages that you don't know how to love yourself. You would never have any of these things. And cancer is just an anger and a hate program all wrapped up in this ball called a tumor. And that's the God's truth. Go into my library and go watch the emotional chemistry of cancer, disease, and healing, and then tell me I'm full of it. And understand I'm okay. Let only 1% of the people in the world actually come to me. Because I don't have time for the rest of them. Because guess what? I want to make a change of life and give these people back their freedom, okay, to live their destiny, which is nothing to do with me. I want no followers. Nobody follows me. You take all my information, whether you're a practitioner, whether you're a patient, whether you're just a person, you can take all my information, all my videos, everything I've ever created, and you can take my name off of it and then rewrite it and make it your own. Don't waste any time. There's no copyright on unconditional love and care. There's no copyright. So take everything I have and just take it. You're not stealing it. It wasn't mine in the first place. Okay? I'm just somebody passing through right now. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi.
All right. So anyways, yes. Somebody says, I'll move there and be your assistant. Understand something. My assistant is going to have to be pretty. Okay. Lorraine, do I have like 20, 30 things going on at one time, and do I need an assistant full time?
You bet. Oh my gosh. You better have a pen and a paper and a sharp movement.
Can my staff of 30 keep up with me?
Nobody can.
And am I a brute, or am I just somebody trying to live their passion and purpose and wanting to put a big hug on everybody's face around the world? Is it the truth, or am I just a fraud?
It's totally true. It's totally true.
Do I have any addictions that I'm spending a ton of money and I live in lavish?
No, I saw where you were living. Yeah, no, it is the passion, the purpose that drives Darrell and the rest of us Braveheart leaders here. It is our pleasure to help educate and open up that coconut. We'll give you got to open up the coconut from the inside out. We're going to give you the tools to work from the inside. That's
Yes,
what we do.
but you're going to have a problem with it though.
Yeah.
And the problem is this. If you believe that there's an old guy in the sky, and 1 minute he loves you, 1 minute he hates you, then the stuff that we teach isn't going to work well, is it?
No.
If you believe that you're a sinner and that you need to be punished, our stuff is not going to work well with you. And I'm not trying to be offensive on you. I'm just trying to tell you, I don't want you to come because we love you, and we're going to help you get off the hook for whatever you believe you should be on the hook for, that you even forgot, and you're still on the meat hook, and you don't know why you're in pain because they entertained you. Yes.
Yeah, we have been ruled, schooled, and fooled from a very young age to believe that suffering is the way. I mean, really, we watched our parents suffer. We watched our coworkers suffer. We suffered, and we accepted that role. And I would say, especially women, we were told to be the caregivers for everybody, and leaving ourselves behind and not taking care of this beautiful body that we walk around in. There lies the problem, because you can't give what you do not have for yourself first. And that's what we're teaching. We're teaching that self-love. Because when you can come from that self-love, dip everything through the heart first, it all works and it all makes sense. And you will find that spark of life, that beautiful reverence for absolutely everything that is out in this world. I mean, we are on a magnificent planet. I have never been anywhere that wasn't beautiful, and it's because I have an outlook and an expectation.
You have an in-look that creates the outlook.
Yes. Yeah. 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 So
you know what? We're going to love you anyway. So like it or not, like us or not, we're going to love you anyway. Because understand something. If you understood that if you didn't hate broccoli or black people or yellow people or red people or white people, all right, your life would be so much better. All right, you need to understand there's always going to be chaos down here, because understand everybody's at a different level. And until you wake up to unconditional love and care for yourself, you are never moving forward. Don't worry, you can be successful on a financial level. You could be successful on a social level. You could be successful on an athletic level, but you'll never have the whole ball of wax until unconditional love and care come in. Oh my God, he has so much knowledge. He's got like 5 university degrees. Yeah, but look at his life. It sucks. His relationship sucks. He can't seem to get his money together. He's always struggling. Take a look at 99.9% of the people. They get one thing going. They can't seem to get it all going. Because until you become infinite with your love and care for yourself, you're not going to get it all. And as long as you want to buy into some BS fairy tale story that's been dragged for hundreds of thousands of years, that you're unworthy, okay? I am not listening to any story except I am writing my own story, and I write it in the present moment. And that is it. I don't believe a ding-dang thing that I've ever been taught. And the only thing that we need to know is live our passion and purpose, mind your own business, and understand this. If you're struggling, it better be to get to a higher viewpoint, and you better not be struggling about the same thing you did yesterday, or you're insane. Lorraine?
Yeah, that's the truth. You're not going to get ahead doing the same things that you did to get to where you are. So you've got to think outside, inside. You got to think inside this beautiful body that we're working with, and see how you can start to crack that coconut and let that light in, so that you can be the best person that you can be for
Well,
your
not the best
years.
person. Why don't you just be the person that you were meant to be?
Yeah.
And guess what? Not the best, but the person you were meant to be. You know what? Think about it. Many times throughout your life, when you went to live your passion and purpose, guess what? You were belittled, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were told you were selfish, weren't you? Isn't it great how they can teach our friends, how they can teach our family, how they can teach our teachers, because they didn't go for it. Because they didn't go for it, they're not going to let us go for it. So understand, the majority of the population, I guarantee you, anything it says to me, I love them anyway, but understand something. The vibration's going to be too low for me to accept it. You know, I'm not going to, and I don't do this, do I? I will never go out if I see someone limping. You know, anybody that's limping with a cane, I could, in 10 minutes, they probably could give that cane up. And you can think, oh my God, he has such an ego. I don't have an ego. Lorraine, can I do that? Can I do it? Can you do it? Can our Wolfe non-surgical therapist, right? Okay, can you show the book, please? Can you show the book, please? Carla, I would like you to do, Carla, could you do this for me, please? Watch when I do something so that you can let him tell him to open up the screen. Thank you. All right, so the non-surgical book here, okay, all right, if I were to show this to you, it's way beyond anything you're going to learn in university, and guess what? An 8-year-old can understand it, and a medical doctor can't refute it, all right? Understand this, just know this, and you can think about it any way you want. Does a physiotherapist give a money-back guarantee? Does a chiropractor? Does a massage therapist? Does an acupuncturist? Oh, and by the way, I was a registered massage therapist. I did that as soon as I got out of high school. Oh, by the way, I got my doctorate in acupuncture. I don't do it anymore. Why is that? Do some research, everyone. Go into my library and watch Reverse the Irreversible. And I'm going to be doing lectures in Calgary. It's the first place I'm going. And then I'm going to be going to Saskatchewan. And then I'm going to Kelowna, British Columbia. And these are free lectures. You want to tell them when, Lorraine? I come to you? I don't even know what the dates are yet.
Calgary, the lecture is on Wednesday, April the 10th. And then there is the Day with the Doc on the Saturday, the April the 13th. If it's by donation, and the donations are going to Gems for Gems, which is it is in support of women who have been in abusive relationships. They have everything from providing clothing and a place to stay, to even giving them a scholarship to educate themselves in a different way of life.
And can I say something, Lorraine?
Yes.
Everybody's in an abusive relationship until you have unconditional love for yourselves. Thank you very much. And you just put that vibration out to the world and you attract these other parasites. And that's the truth. Go ahead, Lorraine.
Yeah, so the 2 days in April are Wednesday, April the 10th, and that's an evening starting at 6:30 with a meet and greet, and then 7:30, the lecture, Reverse the Irreversible, with Dr. Wolfe, myself, and Alicia. And then on the Saturday...
One second. And then, okay, you go ahead, love. My apologies.
On the Saturday is the Day with the Doc. It's going to start at noon and go till 4. And yeah, that's...
And I am going to pick randomly like this, just to show this isn't a setup. Okay, is there anybody in the room that they say you have to have surgery? Is there anybody in the room that came in with a limp? Is there anybody in the room that can't lift their arm up? Is there anybody in the room that has a neck problem for the last 10, 20, 30 years? Is there anybody in the room that has had a concussion? And then I will just work on them 5 to 10 minutes, and then we will be live. And then guess what? You'll find out this is no setup. This is real life. Real life is this, is that most of the body work, and I did say that, and most of the emotional work. You know how many people have come to me and say that I'm a whole life coach, I'm an emotional coach, and I'm just going, oh my gosh, we're in trouble. And the reality is this, they're not wrong. They did the best they could, but you got to understand something, okay? Government has its paws into everything. They've either twisted it, they've watered it down. I can remember when I came up with Wolfe Non-Surgical, I was 28 years old when I put this together because I had enough of all the other therapies I had learned. And the Registered Massage Therapy Board of Canada, which is in Toronto, called me up and said they were going to take me to court because see how threatened everybody is? So I took my diploma and this was way long time ago, and I ripped it in half and then I mailed it back to them and I said, I'll see you in court. And the reality is that was the end of it. You got to understand something. All these organizations are just bullies, okay? And as soon as they get government stamped approval, they have to water themselves down, dilute their trainings, and then they got to go and they get controlled. So then they got to try to control the rest of us. Enough of that, okay? And this is why we came up with, if anybody is interested, practitionerprotection.com. You can be adopted by the Taino tribe, get your doctorate in indigenous medicine. Won't take you long, take you 3 to 6 months, that's it. And all the way to Supreme Court and United Nations, which is a corrupt agency anyways, but it doesn't matter. They've approved this, that if you actually get adopted by the Taino tribe and you have your indigenous doctorate, there's no court in the land that can take you to court for working or treating people, okay? That's it. You're out of their jurisdiction. So it's time to wake up, everyone, because that's what I'm doing. And I've been waking up since I was 22 years old, and that's why I am where I am today. And I'm just trying to share it with you. And the reality is I can share it because it's got to be, and it is a fair playing ground if you understand the rules. And the reality is they have to tell us that they're poisoning the water, the air, the food. They got to tell us that they're coming for us, okay? And then we can just say no. We don't have to eat it, drink it, think it. We don't have to do it. And they also know that's the game as well. Understand something. There is a God, but not the one that 99.9% of the population believe in. Thank you. Well, yeah, there is one like that for you, but it's not for me. So I should have changed that. I'm not going down that road. I'm going down the road that, guess what? Planet Earth doesn't even show up in the universe. We're that tiny, okay? And we're not stupid, but we're not advanced beings either. You're not an advanced being, okay, unless you're an advanced being, okay? And advanced beings don't kill each other, poison themselves. You get this? Or I'm going to go see my doctor and he's going to cut out some organs. I'm going to go see my doctor so he can give me some type of medication that will get rid of my sinus problems, but I might die, okay? That is not called an advanced being. Thank you. Lorraine?
Yeah, ruled, schooled, and fooled. You know, we've been so indoctrinated into having to run to the doctor as soon as we get a sniffle. And really, a sniffle is just telling us that we are out of alignment in one area, and probably more than one area, but that's the sniffle is what's coming up right now. You know, so when we can do that perfect day protocol, download the perfect day manual, go to pdg.com and pdgfree.com and download the perfect day manual and start going and doing the perfect day protocol. You know, let's start where you can.
Does anybody understand why it's free? Not because it's worthless. It's worth more than everything else you've ever been taught. And challenge me on this. You can call me on my phone and you can tell me you're wrong. The reality is it has to be free because we've all been programmed from the second we enter the womb that we're worthless. So we don't spend any money on ourselves, but anybody else in the family, if they had to have something, or if you had to do something, you will suffer for them, won't you? Oh, the program we have to not try to fix it. Don't focus on it. Create a brand new one. one that's based on high vibration and unconditional love and care for yourself and everyone else. But if you can't perfect it with yourself, you're going nowhere. And that's it. Let's answer some questions. So if you got questions, I think my rant's almost over. It's 42-minute rant. Holy, probably it should be in the World Guinness Records for me. Juliet, what would you say about male infertility? Well, it's emotional and it's physical. And just so you know, Julie, infertility for men, okay, comes from pooping in the pelvis. And understand something. Your prostate sits right in front of the last 3 to 4 inches of your large intestine. And how many men are sitting on the toilet? When I go to the toilet every morning, I sit, I go, I wipe, I wash, I go. That's it. There's no magazines. It doesn't come out liquid diarrhea. And I'm not grunting and groaning and pushing my diaphragm down to get out the last gold nugget. And whether you want to believe this or not, prostate and infertility for men has gone up, prostate cancer, 400%. 400% in the last few years. Oh, what's the fastest growing male cancer right now? Rectal and colon, because they can't let go of their shit emotionally or physically. They're overeating, they're eating too much, they're watching too many sports movies and drinking too much beer, eating too many tacos, and that's the truth. And you want to know something? I'm going to be talking about someone I talked to this morning overseas, and guess what? Her husband had a heart attack, and her husband has already came to us, and she said he had a good diet. Well, you don't have a good diet if you have a heart attack. But I did say, he has a good diet compared to everyone else in the family. She goes, yeah, you're probably right. Okay, so the reality is what you think is good is not good, because hardly anybody is good. There's only 1 out of 100 people that have a healthy diet. Lorraine, is that true? I mean, you have family members that are in health, and so do I, and their diet is terrible.
It's true.
They're natural health practitioners, and it's terrible.
Yeah. We've got to come.
That's because we're addicts. We're addicts.
We've got to be able to come back to what Mother Nature supplied and get rid of anything that has been manipulated. So that's anything processed packaged. Get it out of the house. Willpower only goes so far. If we want to make those changes, we've got to take massive action.
Willpower doesn't work. Just know that, everyone. Willpower will save us. No, it won't. It won't save you. You need to change your belief systems, and I will guarantee you that my 9-day whole life coach course, there's nothing like it on the planet. I already told you I'll give you the first 3 days. You don't think that I rocked your world and I haven't cracked your coconut from the inside out so that you can start really going, holy crap, I get it now? Anyways, it is a belief system. My friend, age 57, has wondered why they said he was when he was tested. Is it something you can help with lifestyle, diet, mindset? Understand something. Are you ready for this? Most of the tests they do are inaccurate. I guarantee you, if you go get 3 different tests from 3 different doctors, 3 different hospitals, they're all going to come up different. You don't believe me? Put me to the challenge. Put me to the challenge. Go get 3 different tests from 3 different doctors, 3 different hospitals, and they're going to come up different. And understand something right now. I'm going to be bringing on Dina. And Dina was told, guess what? That she has stage 3 breast cancer. Would that scare the crap out of her and give her cancer, maybe? Yes, because that's the main cause of cancer. Is what? Is stress. It's acidity. Acidity eats up the oxygen in the cells. And the only person that ever got the Nobel Prize was Dr. Otto Warburg for discovering that cancer is created by 35% deficit in oxygen in the cells. She went and got another one. She just went 2 days ago, got another test. They said, there's no cancer cells. It's all fibrotic scar tissue from your implants. Oh, what are we going to do now? Oh, wow. So if we would have went with the first one, what would have happened? They would have treated the scar tissue, fibroids, as active tumors, and they would have chopped her up. Are we done yet? Three quotes. Whether I'm getting a plumber, when I get a plumber to come to my house, I get 3 quotes. You don't believe me? True story. Right now, I'm building out my home here next stop is Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and I'm building it my way, and I get 3 quotes for everything. I don't need, guess what? I don't need 3 quotes for my body, because guess what? I don't get into car accidents. I don't have sports injuries, because guess what? Whether you believe it or not, if you have unconditional love and care for yourself, you don't trip yourself up and you don't go where you're going to get hurt. It's just, and you're going to go, what a bunch of bullshit, Darrell. And I'm going to tell you something. I was created by God Almighty, and I'm going to act like it, high vibrational. And you're never going to hear of me of a disease or Darrell's homesick with the flu when the flu doesn't exist. The flu is actually people that have eaten enough crap during Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, okay, because that's the flu season. And then the other flu season is the spring when the body detoxifies because you don't eat right through the winter. Thank you very much. Most people won't get flu. And then the people will get flu in the change of season in the fall because their immune system's so low because of all the sugar, all the flour, all the alcohol, toking, smoking, and because of all the belittling of themselves and them attacking, because, you know, some lives matter, some lives don't, because they buy into all the other BS. Lorraine, what do you think?
Well, again, it's true. I remember when my kids were little and I would go grocery shopping. I thought absolutely everything in the store had been stamped and deemed fit to eat. Was I wrong? You know, I didn't. I thought I was doing a good
Well, Lorraine,
job.
you didn't hear what they said. They said you were fit to be eaten.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's the thing that I missed. But you know, and I thought I was doing way better than most other people because you know I would see my friends and they would buy packaged cookies for the kids and you know macaroni and cheese, and at least I was starting from scratch and making it at home, and I thought it was healthier because I was making it at home. And it might have been a little healthier, but not really, because
How hard, Lorraine, how hard is it to program a human being?
it's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. You know, and most of us don't even realize it's happening and that there lies the problem. Because if you don't see the problem, you don't know that there is a problem. It's kind of like an alcoholic doesn't realize he's an alcoholic until something traumatic happens. You know?
Yeah, like he destroys his family. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Juliet says, definitely going to become a whole life coach. Watch this space roar. Juliet, yeah. So we have a whole life coach certification in Stewart, and that is near the beginning of June. You can go to braveheartnation.com or bhnuniversity.com. Right after I do my 9 days, Dr. Wolfe will be doing his non-surgical. Everybody gets not this manual. This is the one that patients buy or people that buy all around the world for $95 delivered to their door. And if you don't want to put out any money, then just go to pdgfree.com and you don't have to put out a penny. And then you can just throw it in the garbage because Dr. Wolfe doesn't know what he's talking about. And this here is the Wolfe Non-Surgical Manual, and that comes with the Wolfe Non-Surgical course. And here, take a look. This manual is written, I will tell you better, or as good as any university manual. And like I said, an 8-year-old can understand this. And you could be a lay person, a mother that's always wanted to be a practitioner, a dentist. It doesn't matter where you come from in life. What do you need to become a Wolfe Non-Surgical practitioner and for us to support you and help to refer to you and help to build you? You don't need anything. You need passion and purpose. I'm all over that, you know, degree thing. You need to have this or you can't come here. No, you need to have passion and purpose and want this. That's it. You want this, you come and get it, okay? All right? Because guess what? That's what they do. They make all these laws, don't they? The governments, they make all these laws and regulations that you have to do this, you can't have this and this. I mean, look how hard it is to become a medical doctor that has nothing to do with health. I mean, have we been ruled, schooled, and fooled? And don't get me wrong, 1% of health should be medical, and that should be for the sports injuries and the actual car accidents. And if they didn't do the 99 other percent, then I'd say that 98% of all surgeries would never have to be done, okay? Because they wouldn't be dispensing the drugs, because they wouldn't be giving surgery, which causes more scar tissue than anything else. So do drugs, do surgery, you'll always have scar tissue, you'll always have pain. It's a revolving circle, okay? That's all it is, and you're just gonna go crazy. All right, so anyways, we'll be doing Whole Life Coach in Stuart, Florida in June, and then we will be in Australia, and we're doing a course there near the end of July. And so we're in Stuart and in Australia, and then we're here in Ixtapa in October, and we'll have 3 to 4 courses in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, because it is the safest and most beautiful place I know in the world. Thank you very much. And we'll also be doing a course once a year in Kelowna, British Columbia after that, and once a year in Texas. And I'll tell you why we're only going to be limiting Canada and Texas, because of all the chaos that's coming. And there's a lot of chaos coming, and I would rather have my courses, because it's the craziest thing. So for Stuart, Florida, okay, we're almost full. We're almost full there, and that's in June. Ixtapa, Mexico, okay, we are already half full for our courses, because people know Ixtapa is the most beautiful, peaceful place. And a lot of people are actually considering moving down here. And the reality is where else can you go where there's no chemtrails, no GMOs, no 5G, okay? And then people will say to me, what about the cartel? I don't know, I haven't found them yet. I'll let you know when I find them. Okay, and what about the government? I don't know, they don't have anything to do with us, you know, except anything we gotta do, like go get our driver's license. But the reality is here is that I can't go to Canada, because it's only going to get worse for the next few years before it gets better. And United States, the whole dollar has to crash and crumble. And what, you think that's going to leave without chaos? No. So people are saying, why don't you come? And then I need to tell you this. We were supposed to go to Greece, and Greece is in September. And the reality is it's not a good time to add another course. No, not near any election. We will go to Australia because we have a big following in Australia, and I just think that the world's going to go into flip-flops. So the only courses we have, the last one in the United States this year will be in Stuart, Florida in June, and I will go first with Whole Life Coach, which is 9 days, then Dr. Sage Wolfe non-surgical, 12 days, and then to round it off, it'll be Lorraine and Simran teaching the 3-day masterclass for women, pelvic restoration. We'll do the same thing in Australia in August, and then we'll do the same thing in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. And down here we have what's called, I want to show everybody, because you know you have to plan properly. We have the Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo 5-star World Healing and Training Retreat, and here we do all these different trainings, couples trainings, individual one-on-one trainings, group trainings, corporate trainings, and couples training is where they learn non-surgical. They learn about how to love themselves and each other in a different way, how to actually have a perfect day on a nutritional, mental, physical level, and to do the non-surgical. They'll never have to go to another therapist again. They won't. We're going to teach them everything that they need to know. And they're here for a minimum of 7 days. We have a group coming in. I have someone here now for a PTT. And then we have another one coming in. They're coming for 13 days because she wants treatment plus the training, her and her husband. We have a Wolfe non-surgical certification coming in where we have a clinic sending 3 of their practitioners here because they say they don't have the time to come and take our course. So they're going to come here and actually get certified here. Dr. Wolfe is in Puerto Rico doing a personal certification right now, okay? And because he travels the world in Wolfe Non-Surgical, teaching couples how to do it, groups, and certifying people how to become practitioners. And then we have Athletic Wolfe Non-Surgical for people that are in physical fitness, pain-free pelvic restoration. That's where people come down and we actually show them, no matter what's going on in your pelvis, that we're going to reverse it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's called Wolfe Non-Surgical. It's called Cellsonic. It's called Cardio MedBed. And we'll be on back this afternoon at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to show you the power of a Power Pack clinic and what we do and the guarantees that we'll offer, because we can, because the human body's amazing. And that which created the universe is amazing. And we are amazing when we have strategy, okay? Also, pain-free pelvic restoration, Wolfe Non-Surgical. That is actually a 12-day course, though that's wrong, okay? And then pain-free pregnancy, okay? That's a 10-day course where we show people that, guess what? Doesn't matter who you are, you can deliver in 45 minutes to an hour maximum. The only reason why you can't deliver, and Lorraine would be the best person to talk why you can't deliver, is because you're inflamed and you're infected, you're full of scar tissue and calcification and fear, because the medical system scares the living crap out of everyone. Did you know when my children were born, there was only 5 to 10%, depending where you went in the country, that were getting cesareans. Today, 60% of all women get cesareans, and if they have another child, they don't even, well, we might as well just cut over the area that we already cut. Why didn't you put a bloody zipper in there? And the reality is this, a cesarean causes 2 to 3 inch scars that wrap around your intestines, your ovaries, your uterus, your bladder, and it destroys your digestion and your elimination. Tell me it doesn't. And there goes your sex drive. How did that feel? Lorraine?
Totally true. You know, us women, we have given away our power, our powerhouse for healing on an unconscious level. We have entrusted somebody else to know what we need, and we really have to bring that power back. We've got to get connected back to that pelvic area, which is truly our divine healing powerhouse for women and for men. You know, we've got to clean that up, and it starts with cleaning up the diet, doing some nutraceuticals, doing the vaginal infusions, doing the ultimate coffee enemas, really honoring your body and respecting your body and loving your body, because when you add that love and really come back, it just, you become more vibrant because you're connecting to that pelvic area, our divine feminine powerhouse for healing.
And I'm going to tell you something right now. Until you get there, you're self-abusive. You better get that. You're self-abusive.
Yeah.
I was self-abusive. It took me 7 years. 7 years. I woke up around the age of 32, and it took me 7 years of due diligence, not trusting what was going on in my brain, but having patience and getting past the point of even forgiveness. You got to get to a point that you don't have to forgive yourself anymore. And then people go, well, if I go to that point, maybe I'll just kill people, and then I don't need any forgiveness. What, are you crazy? Let me tell you something right now. You take the Catholic who goes to the priest, who tells the priest what a sinner he is, and please forgive me, do 20 Hail Marys, and then you're good to go again. Please, I am my own person. I don't do things that are not in alignment with unconditional love and care for myself and other people. I don't need a religion to guilt me or to give me rules because I can't love myself, care for myself, become high vibrational. I don't need to rule myself or let anybody else rule me once I have belief systems that are unconditional love and care. If I make a mistake, I'm going to apologize, whether it's out loud to myself, to that which created the universe, or to the person that, even if the person, I didn't mean to hurt them and they got hurt, I'll say, I apologize. Please let me know how I did this, because I want to know. I do not want to hurt you unintentionally, But understand something, you're never going to make me feel bad. You might as well get over that right now. So the reality is this. I don't need to feel bad to be good. Who made this stuff up? I don't need to feel like a sinner to become a winner. I'm a winner. I'm going to fail many times throughout the day, and I will keep on repeating it until I get it right. And then I'll find something else that I want to do that I'm going to mess up for a while. But I am never, ever going to intentionally hurt anyone. People that love and care for themselves do not hurt anyone, because you can't give what you're not. You can only give what you got. Lorraine?
Exactly. And when we come from that self-love and and really connect to our gut too. A lot of people have lost that gut intuition. It's just like anything else. Use it or lose it. We all have it. And we just need to reconnect. We just need to reconnect and bring in the light and love ourselves back to life, so that we can be that bright light for ourselves first, and then for our family and our communities.
And understand something. I take usually 6 to 8 whole life coaches a year because I give them. Lorraine's going to tell you she's taken quite a few.
Yeah.
And she struggled her butt off. She would go up and then guess what? Feel selfish, and then destroy herself. And then I would come in and go,
get a
Lorraine?
mirror,
Huh?
put it on your desk, and watch that smile.
Yeah, and you know what? We've got to be there to support each other until the programming is finished. The programming of unconditional love and care. Alicia, do the Tesla glasses help with circadian rhythm by helping mitigate the light and darkness? Do they only take blue light and change it? Whoa. Any EMF, any cell phones, any 5G, any frequency that hits these glasses that's going to hit my eyes is turned into high vibrational healing for my eyes and my brain. Nobody has any eye problems unless they have brain problems, and blue light is more dangerous than 5G. I hope you're all getting this, because you're not, because they don't talk about it. And when you wear these glasses, you instantaneously bring your circadian rhythm back. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Let me tell you something. If I never had any blue light, I know you're not going to believe this. If I never had any blue light, just natural light, I am healthier if I have blue light and Tesla glasses. I hope you got that. Because Tesla glasses will actually take sunlight or any light, and it will reverse it with the fluorine lens, which is C60, which is like the flower of life, Fibonacci, everyone, that was developed by Tesla. I wore prescription glasses when, I'm not going to go through this whole show like this, but I wear my glasses all day long, all the time. It is dark, almost dark, before I take my glasses off. When there's no light from the sun, when the sun sets, that's when the glasses go off. Why do you think I'm so sharp? Because I protect myself. And guess what? The blue light, I'm turning it into healing nutrition. Everything you eat and everything you drink leaves the body. The only thing that stays behind is the vibration. Well, guess what? Now I'm putting on the best nutrition. This is the best nutrition coming through these glasses, hitting my brain. 10,000 teenagers are being diagnosed with cataracts every day right now because of blue light poisoning. And if you go on and you look at blue light just before bed, you're not going to sleep unless you're exhausted, or you want to drug yourself with CBD or THC or sleeping pills. But if you go on and you've got to do work at nighttime, or you got to go on your phone, if you've got these on, you're going to bed without any problem. There's no blue light problem. So if you've got LED lighting, you've got TVs, you've got telephones, you've got computers, Okay, you go to a movie, you wear these, and these are wore for sunglasses. I wear them everywhere. There's, you know what? Even the sunlight, when it comes through here, there are some negative things that come off of it, but I have nothing. It's all positive now. That's real science. These are worth their weight in gold, and these things are like around $500. I don't know the exact cost. I also didn't see the glasses on sale when I put them in my cart. Well, they're not on sale. We will do a sale on the glasses probably twice a year. Okay? All right. Does the protector do away with radon? It will help against it, of course. Yes, it will. Oh, the protector. Well, the bodyguard around your body will, and the protector within your house will. Yes, it will. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Replying to Betty Douglas, I heard him speaking with Peter Webb on the video who created the crystals, and he said it neutralizes radon. There you go. We got mouse trapped as well. Yeah. Communication is the key. Hello, Dr. Wolfe. Do you sell biofulvic? Send me a link. Well, we sell the only pure fulvic in the world. How's that? We are the only company that with humic and fulvic, we use no chemicals. Our black diamond is nano, and that's for the blood, the brain, and the cells. And the black gold is from your mouth to your rectum, and it restores good bacteria faster than anything else known, and it's mummy's bacteria that makes the difference, no other bacteria. The rest are alien. There's only a universe of frequency and energy. You got it. The rest is all fairy tales and BS. Gotta love it. And you know what? I used to, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I gotta love my father and all the things he taught me. My father was a born-again Christian pastor, and I'm gonna tell you something. He lived a miserable life. And I'm not saying that that caused it. Belief systems did. You figure it out, okay? Are you looking for staff? I'm moving there and work while training. You can talk to me, but nobody works with us unless they have done the courses. Is that true, Lorraine?
Yep, that's true. You know, if you haven't done the courses, you just don't have that understanding that we're looking for. It's very, very important. Yeah.
We need going forward, we need brave hearts, whether you guys believe this or not, but we will have 1 billion not followers, but people that come on and listen to want to enhance, okay, their mind and fill their heart around the world. We will. We will have 1 billion, and I'll let you know when we get there, and we're going to. But what do you think I need? I need brave hearts. Brave hearts that aren't going to be victims. I need brave hearts to understand that 999 people out of 1,000 are never going to buy into this, and people are going to come up against you on a continual basis. And they're not coming up against you, they're trying to protect their belief systems of being unworthy. Are you going to love them anyway? I got to make sure that when people get on the phone and somebody's losing their crap and they've lost their temper, they're totally crying and depressed, and Lorraine, am I lying when I say we get this every day?
We get it every day. You
bet.
Yeah,
people are losing their crap everywhere, and I say, if you can't keep that slight smile, you can't stay connected, and if you don't understand it's a belief system that's running them, not them, you need to let them know that you still care and love for them, but you're going to hold the line for them. You're not going to let them disrespect you, but you're going to let them know that they need to respect themselves and connect to their breath, and that we just want them to have a beautiful life. That's it. Is that true, Lorraine? Or did I make that crap up?
That's so true. You know, we've got to be able to come from that place of love and knowing that like Dr. Wolfe said, it's a belief system, and some belief systems are so deeply ingrained um, because that's the only thing we've known, that's been our protection, our way of life. And, as a child, we probably needed that in one way, shape, or form.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
Accepted it. That's what we did.
No, we didn't accept it. It was injected into us. It was force-fed into us. We didn't need it. Let me tell you something. If I could be a father again, I would humble myself down in front of my children. I would humble them. They are spirit beings, and everything that came out of their mouth was beautiful, and it was God-given. And I was taught that they need to listen to me, no matter if I'm wrong or right, and that they need to be punished when they're not going my way. Anyways, thanks, Lorraine.
You're welcome.
But I'm not going to let Lorraine say something that's not true. We did not need it. Children don't need anything except what they are. When they come, they're unconditional love. They are the little spirits of God. And that's why the so-called psycho elite feed off of them, because of their pure energy. Okay? Get it. We are terrorists to our children. And we've been programmed. No guilt here, guys. But if you're thinking of being parents, come and take the pain-free pelvic, not pain-free pelvic, take the pain-free pregnancy course from me. Come for 10 days and go back home and tell me that your children, okay, aren't going to be honored, loved, and respected, and that you're not going to be. You are. You've been programmed to be a terrorist, okay, and to judge, okay, and to break their little spirits. And you're doing it for the psychos. And guess what? I'm not in a mood. I'm just coming out. Lorraine?
It's all true. It's all true.
Don't agree with me unless you really want to, Lorraine. Don't do it. Don't agree with me. Say, you know what? I believe in some of what Dr. Wolfe says, but yeah, not all of it. Don't do it. You need to do that.
I totally agree. Because
okay, but make sure you do.
I have seen the changes that when I counsel people and I get a call a few weeks later and oh my gosh, I completed the 12 loving steps, the Braveheart 12 loving steps, and I'm making better choices in my life. I'm looking for what's going to raise my body's vibration up. And having the understanding, the understanding of what is the thing that's going to raise my vibration up. And it's right from what we put in. So what are we ingesting? The nutraceuticals we're taking, the nutraceuticals that we carry they're nutraceuticals. They're high vibrational. There's no fillers. There's no additives. It's all natural. You don't have to worry about taking any of our products. You could give them to your cats and your dogs and your babies. It's that safe. And then doing some exercises to help open up the areas that are stagnated. And the belly button therapy is an amazing thing for open up anything in the abdominal area and getting that life force back in that area. Clapping will help bring your vibration up. Doing rebounding is going to get your lymphatic system and your blood flow better. All these little things that you can be doing. And that Braveheart emotional work is by far the most important thing that you need to be doing. And that's where I see when I'm counseling people, they'll do the diet, they'll do the nutraceuticals, and then they'll call back and say, hey, it's not working. Well, it's not working because you haven't done the inner work.
Order two. Thanks, Lorraine. So right now it's, we have 15 minutes, Lorraine. Okay, if you wouldn't talk so much, we could have got it all done. Oh, wait a minute, that was me. Okay. All right, let's see if we can answer some stuff here. My 7-year-old dad has got excruciating sciatica. He has played squash and kept fit all his life. He had prostate cancer. He has drank a lot of beer. That's why he had prostate cancer. 2 beer a day, you are going to pay. Okay, just know that. You're going to pay. 2 beer a day is enough to give you prostate cancer, everybody, just so you know. I helped him stop smoking 16 years ago. He's got sciatica. I don't know where you live, Juliet, but I'll tell you what, I'll do it for free if you want to come on live or come to one of my lectures. And it will take me 15 minutes with 150 pulses of Cellsonic and non-surgical. It'll take me 15 minutes to get rid of at least 90% of it. How's that? Is that good enough? And if I don't have the Cellsonic, it'll take me 30 minutes and a little more pain pulling the scar tissue apart, and we'll get it to at least 60 to 80%. What do you think, Lorraine? Did I tell the truth?
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. And we could go all the way to 100, which I usually do. There's a lady here for a PTT, and she has had a problem, and she's had it for like 20 years. And she said, well, both of my hips hurt, and I've got pain going down my leg and my inside of my groin. And I said, okay, love, let's just put it this way. We're not going to do all that work because you're too infected and too inflamed. You won't heal. All I'm going to do is go in and I'll Cellsonic both the SI joints, but I'll do the one that's bad and I'll just do the joint, and then we'll stop, and I won't work on your hip, and I won't work on the inside of your groin where you have pain continually, she says. And I'll just work on those areas, and we'll see. So anyways, I did what I just said, and she's pain-free. How's that, everybody? Right away. And she lifted her knee right up, about that far from her abdomen. Brought her knee right up. Said I could never do this. That was after that treatment. So understand something. You can become this. You're never going to be successful because you don't have a successful belief. And you don't have a successful belief because you were told long enough and strong enough that you're not going to become anything. And that all came from going to school. And all the teachers were schooled, ruled, and fooled. And the Rockefellers created the schooling in North America and said all we needed to do is go for 12 years and they're all robots. They'll do whatever we want. Were they right? Were they right about you? Are you a robot? Okay. Anyways, that's how you get rid of it, Juliet. Your dad, he can go to a chiropractor and it'll make it feel good, but it's going to pop right back out because it's all scar tissue and it has shortened the tendons, the ligaments, and the it's calcium that was pulled from L3, L4, L5 and pulled from actually the sacrum is actually wrapped around the SI joint, and that's why he waddles like a duck and he shuffles, and that's why he's got pain going down his leg because the scar tissue and the calcium are choking off the sciatic nerve, and that's why you get drop foot. Okay, and eventually you'll get neuropathy in that leg because of the calcification, the scar tissue formation, and that's because of the lack of circulation, and that'll be in the lower leg. Leonard, definitely every relationship is dysfunctional because the people in it don't love themselves unconditionally. That's right, you can't give what you're not, so you're going to give it. You judge yourself, you judge others. Elliot, please talk about fluoride. Why? And how structured water. Well, structured water, when you run, like I travel around the world and I do tap water. I don't buy bottled water. It has tons of chemicals in it. Bottled water was put together to poison the people and steal your money. I will take the structured water unit, which is right here, and I'll put it around under a tap around the world, okay? And I'll run it through here and I'll drink the water. And I know you don't believe it, but there's no filter, but it changes the molecular frequency of the fluoride, so now it can't poison me. It goes in and it goes out. Same thing with heavy metals, parasites, and any type of chemicals, other chemicals. I'm telling you the truth, but don't believe me because what do I know? Okay, and we've also added something because everything that we add, it's got to be the best price for the best money, and it's got to change your frequency, and it's got to increase your frequency in your light, or I'm not going to give it to you. And it's called cell power. Okay, all right? Power cell, I mean. It's called Power Cell. And if you go into my guide, pgdfree.com, or type in Power Cell on my website, you'll see the world's most powerful hydrogen frequency light generator that makes the highest quality of water in the world. Way beyond Kangen, way beyond anything out there. We have all the science to prove it. Okay, and this canister, which is actually we call it a vessel, will last for 5 to 7 years. Okay, all right, before you need to replace it. And I will tell you, it will light up and it will raise your frequency. And that's all we are, is light energy, electrical magnetic beings. And this is the world's best water, hydrogen frequency. It's got the frequency of the sun, the frequency of the earth. There's 10,000 frequencies that get embedded into your water. This is real science, guys, okay? Go to my website or call my office if you need proper direction. We will be coming on next Monday night for any practitioners, okay? Or anybody that would like to come on to a practitioner's call. It'll be next Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we will give you all the science why this is the best water generator in the world for electrical and light energy. And then we will be coming on live 2 weeks from today at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and 7 o'clock to play the show and show you one of the most powerful things you can do. Your body's 99% water, whether you believe it or not. It is. We are walking bags of water, so the type of water you put in is going to change your life, okay? So that's why structure water unit, okay, and a power cell, and I'm telling you right now, it's the dual. Please send me how to clean my large intestine. It's until I get your new book. Well, just download pdgfree.com and also buy my book, Healthy to 100. My Healthy to 100 book. It's going to teach you and it's going to dismantle all the BS about how the large intestine is the holy grail and how you've been sucker punched for generations. Okay? Yes, my dad has prostate cancer and spread to the lymph nodes down there. No, just know this, that the lymph nodes can't dump into the large intestine, which they need to do because the large intestine gets backed up and then the liver gets backed up, and it's the infection from pooping into his pelvis that creates the inflammation that caused the prostatitis first. That means prostate inflammation, and then it went from 1, 2, 3, 4, and now they're trying to kick him out the door. Okay, and remember, if you said he didn't have cancer and you said he had inflammation, you would be able to treat it. But as soon as you say cancer, it's a death sentence, so let's get rid of the word, okay? He is getting hormone shots. I love that. So as soon as you become acidic, you hormonally become out of balance, so then you go to try to balance your hormones. It is the most ridiculous thing in the world, okay? I can prove that if he were to do like Black Gold Daily Cleansing Tea, the ultimate coffee enema, okay? All right, and he were to get on the Perfect Day Diet or the advanced water fasting, right? And we got him on also on Merigen, Thunder Shrooms, okay? And Ormus Minerals in his drinking water and Black Diamond. And Curcumin Cayenne 5000. We are going to rock his world. That's it. But guess what? What if he's not worth anything? What if he's only worth a nickel 95? What if you can't teach an old dog new tricks? What if I'm just a charlatan and I'm just bringing all this to him, and all his life he's been told, guess what, that medical doctors know everything about health and they're not even in healthcare? What if that happened? So understand, most people want people to get well, and the other people are never going to get well. They're just going to stay in their belief systems. I was trying to register, Petra, I was trying to register for the Wolfe Non-Surgical in June in Florida, but the website does not show discounted price. Well, because we discounted the price by 35% for everyone because of inflation. Everybody went up, we went down. The prices were already discounted, 35%. And Canadians only paying Canadian, not American anymore. You guys got the biggest break, please. Australians playing Australian dollars, okay? United States plays in United States money, but they got a 30% discount too. We can't do any more or we're not coming. We have taken it down as far as we can because we want the message out there, but boy, I got 30 staff, all right? Good afternoon, Dr. Wolfe. What do you do for a liver mutation? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll come back on tomorrow. What do we have tomorrow, please? And then I've got to say goodbye. Lorraine, would you like to end this, and then I'll just let them know if we can come on tomorrow? Please give me tomorrow's schedule.
Okay, well, thank you for showing up. Thank you for all the beautiful questions.
I
And
need
know
tomorrow's
that your
schedule.
questions matter because you matter. And we love you, and we are so pleased to do this work. It is our passion, our purpose, and just know, here it is, I got it. 3, 2, 1, we've got this.
And please talk about your clinic. Please talk about, you've got a Cellsonic at your clinic and where your clinic is, and talk about the lectures. And by then I should know what I'm doing tomorrow because I don't have a clue.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So I am working out of the Wellness Hub in Calgary, Alberta. And we've got the Cellsonic. We do non-surgical and consultations. It is a private club, so you do have to pay a one-time $50 fee. And then you can come and see us. You could give me a call at 403-605-9216. And I'd love to be able to have a conversation with you and see if you want to come and get some treatment done or maybe have a consult. We are hosting Dr. Wolfe in April. So April the 10th, which is a Wednesday, he is going to be doing a lecture, Reverse the Irreversible. There is a meet and greet that starts at 6:30, and then 7:30 is the lecture. And then it is by donation too. We're not charging anything for this. So bring a donation, maybe $5, whatever you figure is appropriate. And all the donations are going to Gems for Gems, which is a nonprofit organization here in Calgary that helps support women who have been in abuse. We are also doing a day with the doc. So on the Saturday after the lecture, which is April the 13th, and that's going to start at noon and go till 4. Again, it's by donation. So whatever you want to bring your, $5, $10, whatever you feel appropriate. And come and have a day with the doc where he will talk about people who have different problems. He'll even bring you up and have a beautiful conversation with you and help you get on that road to health. And then we will have the Cellsonic there, and Alicia and I will be doing non-surgical in the back for anybody who wants to, do maybe a 20-minute spot shot just to help open up an area that you're having problems with. And then we can do a little bit of Cellsonic on that just to bring that love energy in there and speed up the healing. And again, the number for registering for the lecture and for the day with the doc would be 403-605-9216. That's my number. And I'm going to be taking the list of people who are going to show up because the space is limited. We've only got a certain amount of seats that we can fill. And after that, we're done. So give me a call and we'll put you on that list. And I look forward to hosting this and bringing Dr. Wolfe with all his knowledge and to Calgary, Alberta. So if you're in the Calgary, Alberta area, give me a call if you want to join in on the Reverse the Irreversible lecture in the evening on Wednesday, April the 10th. And then Saturday, April the 13th, from noon to 4 is the day with the doc. By donation, and donations are going to Gems with Gems. So again, the number is 403-605-9216. So that would be for the lectures and the day with the doc. And if you're interested in finding out more information about the clinic and the Cellsonic that we have here in Calgary. I hope you're having a beautiful day, a beautiful evening, a beautiful afternoon, wherever you are. And just know we love you and you've got this.
Thank you, Lorraine. And everybody, just so you know, I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we will answer all the questions we didn't today. My staff is taking them right now. So if you want to come back tomorrow at 1 Eastern Standard Time, Lorraine, do you want to come back?
Sure.
Lorraine will be here as well at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll see if we can help you rock your world, okay? So Stuart, Florida, get in touch with host Debbie or Dina. There's the phone numbers for our courses, the Whole Life Coach, Wolfe Non-Surgical, and the Pelvic Restoration Masterclass. Okay, so now they're up now. There you go, everyone. Take a look, take a snapshot if you want. Can you bring it up again, please? Okay, leave it up for a bit. So Coffs Harbour would be Toyle Klein, and that's in Australia, and that we'll be heading there near the end of July. I'm going to tell everybody something, and I'm going to let Perry know. We will not be doing Rhodes Grease. I'm going to take that off, and it's because of something I learned. I'm just hoping that everything goes well, but we will not be doing Rhodes Grease. But we will be doing Extapa Mexico. Like I said, definitely Extapa Mexico. We'll be doing Extapa Mexico 3 or 4 times a year. Okay, we have the most beautiful training center now. Okay, nobody can tell us what to do. You'll be coming to our training center, which is also, it's a huge personal treatment and training where people come to stay while they're here. I mean, we have everything from electrical bikes to structured saltwater pool, to ping pong, to all kinds of exercise equipment, the best energy medicine equipment for free that you can use when you're there taking the course, or when you're there staying there for any personal treatment and training that we do, or if you're just coming for treatment. The house is beautiful, guys, and the training area is just absolutely gorgeous. So Extapa Mexico is our mainstay. In the new year, you will only find us mainly once a year in Australia, maybe. You'll find us in Texas at our fulfillment center. We've got a beautiful training studio we're building out right now because Texans know how to hold the line. So that's going to be our fulfillment center. We're closing down our other 3 so we can cut our costs so we don't have to bring our prices up with our nutraceuticals. We'll also be doing 1 training a year in Kelowna, British Columbia, 1 training a year in the United States, and then we'll be doing 3 to 4 trainings a year, but mainly personal treatment and trainings, meaning that couples come, groups come, families come. They come here because we want to show them the red carpet treatment. And here you get more for your money, and everything is organic, and we can just go all the way and treat everybody like royalty without jamming the prices through the roof. Okay? All right? This is the pricing of all our courses. Perfect Day Guide, we've talked about it enough. Download it, see what you think. It's 40 years of my work. Okay? Also, we really want to see this. Okay, docofdetoxtestimonials.com. We want your testimonials. I never wanted to do them, but and so what? I'm going to put them up. When people send them in, they're real. All we need is your first name and the state or the province or the country you live in. I never want to put up a testimonial unless it's real and it's from someone else. And we're going to start bringing testimonials in. It could be written, it could be an audio, it could be a video. Just know we love you for doing it. Remember, your testimonials are giving courage and faith to people. And I will be stating on there and signing my signature that all testimonials will be real, okay? Because, trust me, I know a lot of people in the business, and yeah, we need to stay real. That's all. See here. Again, I talked about if you're a practitioner and you want total protection, where you can't be taken to task for just doing your passion. It doesn't matter if you're a medical doctor or a natural health practitioner, you're protected under the Sovereign Indigenous Practitioner Protection. Go to practitionerprotection.com. When it comes out, why don't you tell me? India is building it, and they're the most advanced app builder in the world, and they named this the Beast, which I'm not really liking the name, but they said it's the Beast because they said they've never seen a health app built like this in the world. And we have one of the top people heading this app up. She's in the United States. Her name is Vess, and she says there is no app like this one, and that gives to people, and it just keeps giving. And it should. That's the way it should be. Okay? The only self-care, the only healthcare is self-care, guys. And the only permanent love is self-love. Give it a shot. But Lorraine will talk about it maybe tomorrow, how self-love is not permanent for at least 2 years. And for the first 9 months, it feels like you're trying to birth the authentic self. And you can have trouble with it. It's kind of painful because we have generational programming that we're worth almost nothing and that we're useless. Well, they do call us what? Useless eaters. Okay? And they're eating us up because we bought into their story. If you rise, you better fly. That's called first love yourself. Together we are stronger, and this is why we are Braveheart Nation. Thank you for joining us. 3, 2, 1. You got this.